What's up, guys? Good morning. I gotta get my headphones, and so I'm not sure where I left my headphones, but I left them somewhere in here, and so I do have to get them. Good morning. Hope you guys are well today. Let me know if you can hear me, and if so, how good the mic is. I'll be right back. I just gotta grab my headphones. Streaming a little bit late today, but that's okay. Hey, what's up, George? But I made it. We're up. I can hear you. Sounds good. All right, nice. All right, so that's working. Now I just got to figure out where my headphones are. Good. What's up, AJ? Chaotic, Justin, George. Good morning, guys. So I don't have any coffee yet either. I don't know where my headphones went, man. I had some big Bose headphones. What's up, James? All right, guys. Hey, I'll be right back. I'm going to get some headphones. Can you guys hear the music by any chance? I got a new monitor, so I don't have to manage it on this one. But if you guys can hear the music, let me know. Yeah, you should be able to hear the music. If not, okay, you can? Good. Well, yeah, in that case, I don't know if I even need headphones. Looking at the stock market, we got Revlon up there at 820s. We got Redbox at 1020s. We've got the SPY itself at 377. Checking up stock market news. What's going on in the stock market today? The market attempts to rebound from the 2022 sell-off. So stock market opens green. Stocks rebound from the big drops over the last few months. Let me know if you think this green action is going to continue or whether we're going to correct red today. Building our pre-market watch list right now. Got to figure out how to make this coffee. There we go. But yeah, Revlon is at 818s. SPY looks great though. The SPY is currently sitting at 377s, which is good. That's what we want. Let me close this door. Sorry, guys. All right, so I'm up. Sorry, I had to get some headphones. Oh my gosh, they're not in here. Oh man. Well, John's coffee woes continue. That's right. What's up, Shandice or Shanice? Hey, you as well. Thank you. MREO, Justin. MREO is okay. I mean, it's down pretty heavily. BHAT's gapping up. Looks okay. RDHL is on the move too. I mean, I don't really need music myself personally. As long as you guys can hear it and it's not kind of dead air on stream, then we're good. RDHL is at 119s. Hey, thank you, Hammer. Yeah, man. Looking at BOXD real quick. What's the catalyst? Let me check it out. So I do have another monitor, so it's going to be a lot easier for me to manage this stream. But RDHL is gapping up nicely. Somebody asked for the catalyst on BOXD. The catalyst is it's a consumer cyclical stock rebounding with the market is what people say. I don't see a catalyst here for MREO or for BOXD. I mean, I see something on June 17th, so something like 5 days ago, where the director CEO bought 10,000 shares at an average price of 165. That's about the only good news that I've seen for BOXD. So yeah, I'm not sure about that one. The SPY is up to 377.40, so, and that's good. Except the only 4-point BOXD had insider buying. That is all. All right, guys. So today is Thursday. Honestly, I didn't get a ton of sleep, but I felt like I slept better somehow. GGPI Polestar. Didn't somebody say that they were changing their symbol name? Polestar is a 5-day chart at 1120s. How do you feel about Mullen this week? I think Mullen's been running over the last 4 or 5 days. It's up like 50% or something like that over the last day. So it looks okay, but we'll see. Good momentum though. Yeah, what's up? Only 4-point. Weber, WBER. Yeah, it's gapping up some, but it's slow. I mean, volume's very low. It's got a big range, but the volume's just a little bit low. If you have anything else that looks good, let me know. I see PEV that gapped up pretty big here. If we look at the catalyst for PEV, it's a recent IPO. It IPO'd a few weeks ago, 2 weeks to be exact. ran up yesterday on Wednesday with no company-specific news to justify the price action. Float size is about 900,000, so it's a very small float stock. No shorts yet because it's a recent IPO. Market cap is 114 million for PEV, and so no real news. Big gap up, recent IPO, very small float for PEV, and so while it looks good, it could be risky as well. But yeah, it's a recent IPO. SPI goes with it. Yeah, SPI looks like it has a little bit lower volatility, but we're definitely going to be watching it. We'll see. SIGA moving. Yeah, SIGA is up some. It's at 1280s. Looking at like Apple. Apple's at 136.70s. That looks good. ASNS. ASNS is at 180s. Hey, what's up, Richard? Very high short float and smaller float on Weber. Okay, we can look at it. Here's WEBR. Low volume though. I mean, in pre-market right now, volume's very light. It's the only problem with it. 24 million in the float. It does have about 40% short float that I'm showing, at least via Benzinga. It's showing about 40 to 45% short float, so very high short float. So we can watch it, but again, very low volume right now. Apple at 136. Hey, what's up, Jonathan? Crickets. Watching the SPY and Apple. BOXD still pushing up too. We did end green on our Top Step account yesterday, so we were able to go green and trade. Redbox will be on short sale restriction, so maybe some moves up today. Yeah, maybe. Can y'all hear the music? Oh, my apologies. I'm playing it. I can't hear anything, so if it goes out, just let me know. I'll turn it back on. You know? DRI. It's nice, Jonathan. No, we haven't gone to any of the lakes yet, but it's nice. It's pretty cool out here. Redbox on short sale restriction today. Yeah, we got a bunch of pretty nice opening volatility. I mean, not opening volatility, pretty nice SPY volatility, market volatility today. Again, SPY's up to 377s, so that's good. BOXD just broke highs. So the highs of the day were right around 269. We're at 271s right now. Good volume, over 100,000 shares traded on that last candle. And we're currently up to about 60,000 on this candle. So good volume just showed up for BOXD. I guess we're going to have to drink Coke again in the morning. BBIG's tied S1 effective as of today. Yeah, man, I mean, PBIG, the range is just so small, man. BOXD at 270s, 280s. BHAT small cap went stupid yesterday, kind of expecting the same thing today, maybe if it's still in play. Yeah. Here's BHAT. BHAT did just bounce as well. It's at 140s. Start to try to manage everything now. I can start posting on Twitter again. Let me check the Discord. Shout out to JB for dropping a lot of stuff on me. What's the monkeypox stocks? It's like Sega and something else, right? Sega and what? Yeah, BHAT up to 140s. Same thing with BOXD. I don't know if these are monkeypox related stocks. Sega, GOVX, TNXP, EBS. Thank you, SPAC. GOVX, EBS. Ibogaine. Yeah, Ibogaine is actually a really interesting treatment. I mean, you can't use it here, but basically, it's some type of withdrawal thing where you go. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely not recommending it, but I've heard some interesting stuff about it. Obviously, I've never done it, you know. But I've heard they fly people out for it. Hey, what's up, Chris? Yeah, thank you, guys. All right, guys. BOXD is ramping up here. It's at 280s. BHAT is at 140s. What? All right, BHAT is up there. It's at 145s. So BHAT, BOXD starting to run some. I'll probably have to go grab my headphones in a second. She told me to dumb it down. Mama on my line, asking how I'm dumb now. I think you only love me cause I'm poppin'. This a layup, this a rebound, then it's robbing. Tyson with the fade, not the air, my hands rocking. When I link with ballpoint, you know it's not. BHAT is at 145s. I'm so unashamed, throw to my veins. Like my 2K green or blue, I'm not into games. Focus on your player's face while I'm stacking change. 144s. Still watching Revlon. Are y'all as bullish on Revlon today or not? PEV. Yeah, we're definitely looking at PEV. There's BHAT breaking highs. Still watching the SPY. And there's PEV. Recent IPO for PEV. Like I said, IPO happened about 2 weeks ago for this one. Recent IPO, very low float. Benzinga shows less than 1 million in the float, so y'all just be careful. But yeah, very volatile, over 6. Previous closing prices at 580s. So we could watch that one too. But yeah, very volatile IPO from a few weeks ago, so y'all just be careful. Hey, what's up, Daniel? I'm timid on it. I do have a position in it. If Rev breaks 10 bullish, no Rev for me. What's your thoughts on Rev? Do you think it's spiking again today? Maybe. I mean, I never really know, man. I truly don't know. You know. So I really don't know. Maybe. BHAT is up to 150s. Hey, what's up, Cincinnati? I think Rev is, for me, is one of those, like, can it actually go much lower anyways type companies. Chapter 11 ruined the price. I bought it at 150 a couple weeks ago. 150 is a great price, man. BOXD at 280s. Just broke highs. So BOXT, BHAT, PEV, and Revlon are moving in small caps. And large caps, everything's kind of moving. The SPY's up big. So the SPY had big upward bullish action this morning. Hit 377, which is good. Revlon at 780s, but yeah, BHAT and BOXD are pushing up in pre-market this morning. Thanks for following small caps. Yeah, I mean, we follow everything. And so a lot of the time I'm looking at the SPY or I'm trading the SPY, but I'll buy some small caps too if they look good. It's all relative to value. I think for me personally, it's just what's the value with anything. And if the value's high, then I'll take a shot at it. Of course, I can't guarantee you're going to make money, but if I think the value's high, it makes it a little bit more worthwhile for me. What's up, Sean? BOXD, nice gap up with 100K. Yeah, BOXD's up. It's at 280s. If we're looking at some levels for both of these, really, BHAT is just now running into the $0.50 150 support or resistance area, which is right around here. So 150. And then if we're looking at BOXD, this one's actually over pre-market highs. New pre-market highs at 285. We are going to run into $3, which is a whole dollar, which might be interesting, but how far do you think Exxon can go today? I don't know. Honestly, I don't think cheap oil is bad. You know, maybe this has to do with the Fed raising 75 basis points. You know, the whole point of the Fed raising rates is to counter inflation. And the way it counters inflation, again, like we said before, is they raise rates and then that discourages buying. And then when buying is discouraged, in order to stay competitive, prices drop. And so in turn, it thus lowers inflation. And so now that we're getting lower oil, that's good, you know. But I'm not sure about Exxon. You know, BOXD at 280s. Here's Exxon though. We can look at it again. I think oil could theoretically go much lower, and that's kind of what you want. You know, you could look at oil related stocks. and see how they're performing today. Dollar's gaining strength too. Nice. So Bullseye has been struggling with small account challenge at 286, was up 100, now only up 20. It's kind of how it goes. If you're up anything, you're doing solid. I think I'll put more money in. I was up $5 on Rev, over $1 a share, didn't lock in gains, and it faded, ended up red 3. Green is good, and at least you're trading small as a new trader. A lot of traders with really tiny accounts, they just want to YOLO their account, and it kind of hurts their learning and growth as traders because they're not willing to trade small when they should be, And so at least you're trading small, Bullseye. You're doing something right. Hey, my man. What's up, Bulldog? He said, good morning, everyone. John, you got those. Good luck today. Make those gains. You've got a real one here with this channel. Thanks, bro. You too, man. Definitely appreciate it. I see you growing over there, Bulldog. You're doing good, man. Happy for you, bro. Y'all go give my man Bulldog a sub. Go subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button. Do you ever trade credit spread, iron condors, or do you only use VWAP? Yeah, I don't trade credit spreads. Honestly, most of the time, I've got a few little trading strategies I use. If you want to know, like, my large cap, multiple day, week, month swing trading investing strategy, it's basically just looking for really healthy companies that are overly beat up, that are overly down, oversold, that objectively looking at them, you can make an argument for a rebound. And so I'm looking at companies that, in my opinion, seem to be very cheap at a discount, that I analyze whether they're going to be around in 5 or 10 years and at what price. And I use that to kind of figure out where I want to buy it. Again, my last few examples of that, I said Disney yesterday at $92. $91 is very cheap for Disney. Disney owns a lot of different assets. They own ESPN. I think people are unnecessarily bearish on Disney because of political things, but I think that Disney owns everything. They own ESPN, Marvel. They own ESPN, Marvel, Star Wars, just everything. They own a lot of different media companies, and they're going to be fine. Disney Plus grows over year as well. It grew year over year. So I just think Disney's going to be fine. And I think looking at discounts on this dip makes perfect sense. I know a lot of other people are doom and gloom, and they're saying, hey, the market's going to crash more. And they might be right. I really don't know. But objectively speaking, over the next 5 or 10 years, I think Disney's going to be higher than where it is now. And I think because of that, there might be some discounts here. But again, don't copy me. Certainly don't want you to copy me. Certainly don't want anybody to copy me. Not liable if you lose. Always make your own assessment. Trade responsibly. Don't sue me, guys. And we're doing our Top Step combine. And we've been doing it live on stream. So I'm trying to show you guys how I've been doing here, which isn't bad so far. You can see we actually made money yesterday, which is good. We're up small, but green nonetheless. And if you want to see my stats here for it, you can. I'll try to keep this going. And the dope thing about Top Step is that you can look up your stats. These are my stats on Top Step this week, so you can see exactly what my stats are. So if you want to know whether I got a winning system, this is it. Took a little bit too much risk here, but I didn't break. The most I was down, it was $46 all day. Ran just under 75% accuracy at about 74%. Yeah, green. You can see my P&L history with cumulative fees, all that good stuff. So not too shabby. We're going to see if we can keep it up and pass that today. Or we might not pass it, but we're going to see if we can keep it up. Would it be crappy to sound like I said John, like I listened to John, almost like I listened to a scanner? Has anyone ever sued a YouTube streamer and successfully won? I don't know. You think Amazon and Walmart also higher in 5 years? Oh, for sure, bro. I think Amazon definitely. I think Walmart I think there's a potential argument to be made for Walmart Bulldog about becoming more obsolete than it currently is because of mail order shipping products like Amazon. But at the same time, I think Walmart's still going to be fine in 5 years, and I think Walmart will still be higher than where it is now. But Amazon is a less vulnerable pick because I think over time and throughout the future, we're going to be more widely using mail order shipping more than we do so now. And I know we have some people that just like to shop in store. I'm not one of those people. I hate the store. My wife drags me to the store. It's like a chore for me. I think I'm the budgeter of my family, and Carol's not. And so we go to the store, and I'm like, yeah, we can spend $300, and then we're just getting like $400 or $500. So I have like PTSD from going to the store because we just spend too much money. But aside from that, I hate the store. But my point is that I think that over time, I think Walmart's going to be around, but it's certainly going to lose market share because of mail order shipping products. You know. But again, I mean, I still think Walmart's going to be fine, but definitely Amazon. Yeah, and I don't know, man. There's a few different ways you could do these YouTube channels, and like for me personally, I prefer to do one safely to where there's not the risk of liability. And so if I tell anybody to do anything, it's always under the fact that I throw liability statements out everywhere. I tell people, I actively discourage people copying me, and I actively tell people I have no idea what anything's going to do. I might just be wrong with any of these, and they might just crash for all I know. Certainly possible. So yeah, I mean, again, I doubt I'll be if anybody sued me, it'd be the easiest case ever. But like, I still don't necessarily want to get sued. But I also think if somebody's going to sue me, there's a lot bigger fish to fry out there that are doing way worse things. Yeah, we're watching Sega. Yeah, what's up, KB? Free my grandma. What's up, man? Excel had 660 in volume. Yeah, with everything going digital, our economy will be much more service based. It already is. It's kind of gig based. Like we have kind of a gig based economy at this point in time. Like the people are doing more of the work for others, more work for others in terms of services than they did historically. And so nowadays, you got people picking up others' groceries. You have people delivering products and services, like kind of as freelancers, as contractors. You have people basically acting as their own taxis with Uber and Lyft. And so I think that's the type of economy we're currently in. Sega up. What time's the press conference, guys? Can y'all give me a little bit of a rundown on that? And yeah, I mean, I might grow a little bit slower because I throw liability statements out. And like, there's two paths I could take. I could take the path of I'm just the best guru in the world. I mean, I'm definitely top three, but I'm just the best guru in the world. And everything I say is just, always right. And, I could go that way, or I could just say, hey, I don't know. And so I'm going to pull the hey, I don't know card. Um, yeah, that might not be a bad idea. GGPI Polestar running. We're at 1140s for GGPI 1140s. Well, 1% yearly is not that, 1% yearly is pretty easy to do. You probably find some banks that'll give you 1% every year. Savings accounts that'll give you 1% a year. So 1% yearly is very easy to do. I'm not saying you can do it. Don't sue me. Most people lose day trading, to be honest. Yeah, GGPI up to 1140s. If we're looking at the catalyst for this, about 60 million in the float. About 8 million of that is a short float. So about 13.5% short float. Catalyst for this is that Gores Guggenheim stockholders approved Polestar business combination and the company is to trade on the Nasdaq under the symbol PSNY on June 24th. So starting tomorrow is what happened here. And so we'll drop this catalyst in chat so you guys can see it. It's so much easier to manage this stream like this. Catalyst for GGPI, and it's gapping up nicely too. Is the music out? Sorry, guys. Yeah, I'm putting it back on. AFE. Good morning. Find any coffee yet? Nah, bro. I don't have any coffee. I've got Coca-Cola, dude. I'm gonna have to go outside, let you guys see us play catch or something. Yeah, with that space, Neo slowly gaining over the past few weeks. Yeah, Neo's been ramping up some. I think with everybody being afraid of Tesla's demise, Neo might be doing a little bit better than people anticipated. Revlon still at 775. Look at GGPI. GGPI's up. Still watching AERC, Rev, SIDU. GGPI, it's at 1150s. It looks good. Sorry, if anybody sends me a message on Discord, I just can't see it today. I'm just not seeing it. JB posted somebody. MLB has a problem with this umpire. Is it Angel Hernandez? Angel Hernandez is kind of like the notorious ump right now. I don't think he's that bad as an ump, but Coinbase is going to end Coinbase Pro. I have one advanced trading account. Yeah, I had Coinbase Pro, and then I might be one of those people where I had Coinbase Pro for like a month, but it was 30 or 40 bucks a month, and it made my fees a little bit cheaper. But like in the end, I just didn't actively trade enough on Coinbase to make it worthwhile for me to keep paying 30 or 40 bucks a month. Now, I think if you're super active, it would have been worth it, but for me, I don't know. Yeah, sorry to hear Cook is not the way to start the day, liquid or not. Yeah, you're probably right, Space. It's probably terrible for me. I just gotta figure out what I might do today is I might buy just some cold brew coffee or something like that. You know? Yeah, JoJo knows. Secretly watching Excella. Yeah, BOXD is kind of pulling back to the VWAP. We'll see if it holds. Excella is up there at 18 cents. So with the smaller account, do you all prefer to mitigate risk and use a certain percentage of your account, or do you go all in with stop losses and such for risk management? I don't know. I think that's a subjective thing, depending on what people want to do. I think you can go either way with it, really. It depends on your in-game goals and what you're trying to do. It also depends on the stocks you're trading. You know, like if you're trading large caps, you're going to be, and you got a small account, you're basically going to be forced to go all in. As opposed to where if you're trading small caps, you might have a little bit more room for, taking smaller size. But either way, it depends on how small the account is. Sega about to go. 1280s. Oh man, there's a There's a yard sale across the street. Are there any meetings or announcements scheduled today? Yeah, isn't there the MPOX meeting? Good. How many people in the U.S. have this anyway? I'll have to look up and read into this a little bit. But yeah, we got Sega MPOX stock trying to run some. John, how much is your course? I love garage sales. Yeah. When's the Who meeting? What's Bitcoin and crypto doing today? How much is your course? Yeah, I don't know, bro. BABA up almost 4% today. BABA. So Alibaba gapping up some. BHAT, BOXD. Yeah, BHAT's at 130. So BOXD still trying. But pull it back to VWAP here at 271. Let's see if it holds. That's a good buy-in for GGPI. SNGX. 70 cents. 70 cents. Gap it up a little bit. Let's see if it continues. Anything else moving right now, guys? I mean, again, we're watching the SPY itself. There's the SPY. SPY at 377. I might take a trade on Top Step. Again, you want to see my stats? Oh man, what have I done? Messing up over here. Here we go. Again, you want to see my stats on Top Step? We're doing pretty solid for now. You know, on our Top Step challenge. This is my P&L. Again, we're running about 74%, 75% accuracy. We ended up making money yesterday, so we did make money. Now, we're not up huge, but we're taking this one very slow. And so, again, wish me luck today, guys. We'll see if we make some money. ANGN, TQQQ, over 25 now. ANGN, Weber. We're going to Weber as well. BHAT starting to dip. Revlon starting to dip as well. There's Weber. Weber at 990s. Y'all do me a favor. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell. We do this live for free every day. right, guys. So let me know if the music stops. I'm about to have to go get my headphones. Since you asked nicely, thank you, Love the Sims. I appreciate you guys. Yeah, I'm gonna do a poll right now as well. Market hit bottom, or is this a temporary bounce? Bottom hit, pimp bounce. Vote on the poll right now. Let me know what you guys think. So while I'm gone, vote on the poll. As I'm gone, bathroom break. Vote on the YouTube poll, and we will be back. I'll be back in like a minute or less. So I'll be right back, guys. All right, guys, we're back. We got the music working. I'm going to stop sharing this for just a second. Share this. Let's check the YouTube poll. Hey, what's up, DK? Any juicy any juicy gossips? Let's break stuff and blame SPAC. What's the news about Coinbase? Coinbase Pro? Well, Coinbase is now getting rid of their Coinbase Pro program. You know? All right, guys. So I'm looking at the list of gappers here. We do have Weber up on the list here. We got BHAT, we got Redbox at 1025. Redbox is technically green on the day now. We got RDHL gapped up a little bit. It's at 101s. JSPR is gapping up too. BOXD, like I said, up to 265s. HYZN gapped up and then came right back down. It looks like the volume's a little strange, low volume for HYNZ, but we're still looking at it. We got AURA, we got BTX, we got FLNG, NN, top, LYT, CODX, ENJY, BZFD. Everything else looks pretty slow. I mean, we got UX, GOVX for MPOX stuff. It goes down later. Oil's down. But I was wondering if they were condensing all of those into one or simply get rid of it. Which one, Chris? You mean Coinbase? You mean the Coinbase news? I'm not sure. There's BHAT. BHAT still at 140s here. And if we look at BHAT's catalyst, Blue Hat Interactive terminates previously proposed shelf takedown offering. They announced that yesterday. On the 22nd, they announced this yesterday. So basically, they terminated their previously proposed shelf takedown offering, which I think is good. I mean, anytime a company decides to go against dilution, that's usually pretty good. You know, anti-dilution is good. You don't want the stock to be diluted more. That's usually not a good sign. And this is good news. Are we laggy at all today, guys? Are we lagging a little bit today? Let me know. But yeah, here's the catalyst for that for BHAT. Exxon up this morning, small but green. Yeah, Exxon is up. Dropped a little bit yesterday. SPY looks very good today. Very good. Nice. Yeah, BHAT terminated their shelf offering potential that they were going to do. Yeah, market looks good, Larry, for sure, brother. Does the Fed speak today, or was it just the WHO meeting? Let me look at the Fed calendar. All right, so for today is the 23rd. Okay, so yeah, Powell speaks at 10 a.m. Yeah, so Powell speaks at 10. So I guess they're just going to stream it, but from the U.S. House Committee on Financial Services on YouTube. Yeah, he's on today too. I could probably stream it. No, I didn't stream it yesterday. I'm kind of on vacation, and so I'm working and I'm streaming as I do anywhere I go. Anywhere I go, I always stream. But we might have to limit kind of the stuff we do just because of what's going on. But I'll stream it. My internet's good enough here, and I do have another monitor now, and so. All right, guys. So Revlon at 750s here. I guess the real question after Revlon days of volatility is, do you think Revlon is going to find a support area around 750s as it's testing this now? And if it doesn't, how low do you think it's going to drop today? And if it does, what highs do you think it's going to hit today as well? We have Revlon up there at 950s. Looking at the other poll that we did recently here, has the market hit bottom, or is this a temporary bounce? 79% of you think it's a temporary bounce. 21% tend to think it has hit bottom. Voted temp bounce, but we are all hoping we're wrong. Yeah, I hope y'all are wrong too. But I'd probably agree with you guys, so I hope we're all wrong. Top of the morning, sun shines. Hey, what's up, Emmanuel? SPY resistance yesterday was exactly the ADR. Run up those likes. Hey, we have 68 likes, guys. We can do better than that. We can break 100. Do we know? All right, guys. So BHAT is still up there. We did bounce. Look at this 750 REV bounce, right around 750s here. Polestar GGPI pulling back to 1120s. NXTP. Outside of JP speaking, Jerome Powell, outside of him speaking today, we do have the WHO emergency meeting to talk about Mpox today, and that is speculated to cause at least some type of reaction in monkeypox stocks, specifically NXTP, SIGA, and GOVX. Now, again, it doesn't necessarily mean that the volatility that we get from that meeting is going to be positive. It might be negative. Who knows? If they don't say what people want them to say. But again, we're watching a lot of the stuff. The other one we're looking at today is PEV. This was a recent IPO. It has a very small float. It's at 625s right now. Very small float. And recent IPO. It's at 625s. A lot of volatility here for PEV. And yeah, we'll see what happens, guys. We'll see what happens. SIDU. Somebody said Rev is definitely due for a red day. Has major resistance around 10. I'm thinking it'll hold around 650, providing bad news doesn't come out. Numbers don't lie, no bottom yet. All good, Jay. You know, I think it's the worst case for the SPY is 315 to 325. Yeah. Pump the subscribe button. Hey, Fed tightening has barely begun. No chance we've seen bottom quite yet. On vacation, John? Kind of. All we do is twin. Yeah, we're on vacation. We're visiting my mother-in-law in Michigan right now. Michigan's dope, dude. It's actually pretty cool, and it feels really good outside. It feels really, really good. And so part of me wanted to stream outside, but I don't know if I have enough electrical cords. But you can kind of see. You can see behind me. If you look at all this stuff, you can kind of see Michigan out here. You know, Michigan's dope, dude. It's a little Michigan house, but it's cool. And Fam and I are here, so we're hanging out. Yeah, man. Honestly, it's really endearing. It's got a really endearing quality to it. It's very country out here. Very quiet, you know. There's only a few shops. Around me, there's only a few stores. Everything closes at 8. It's very strange to me. I'm not used to it. Everything closes at 8 o'clock. You can't find anything to eat or do anything past 8 o'clock. And so it's really old school here, which is kind of cool. I kind of like it, you know. I'm enjoying it. Yeah. Yeah, it's hot. It feels good up here too. Yeah, I would do one, man. If y'all are really OG, you might remember the last stream I did in Michigan was fun, man. I'll never live in the city. Yeah, Michigan's dope, dude. Like I said, I really like it out here. I really do. I'd buy a house out here if I could. You know. There's literally there's a yard sale right across the street right now, and I gotta go check it out today. I'm gonna go hit that yard sale up and buy something from this yard sale. Okay. Some static. Oh, my bad, guys. Here. All right, guys. So somebody said we had some static, and so I wanted to fix it. We should be good now. Can y'all still hear the music? Let me know if you can still hear the music. All right, cool. As a kid, I always wanted to live in the big city. As I got older, the appeal wore off. Yeah, I mean, I grew up in I grew up in a little bit of both, and so I have a very southern accent as well. But my mom's side is from Walker, Louisiana, and so that's where my grandmother. I called her my Mimi because we're Cajun, so Cajuns call their grandmothers Mimis, right? And so my grandmother lived in Walker, Louisiana, which is just a little small country town on the outskirts of Baton Rouge. Maybe 20, 30 miles north of Baton Rouge. I think it's north. It might not be. I don't know. But very little town, and I grew up there. But I also grew up in the suburbs as well, so I was a little bit of both. All right, cool. My Meemaw? No, I don't have a Meemaw. I have a Nino from my dad's side. And my dad's side's more like New Orleans, outskirts of New Orleans. So they grew up, and so my dad's side is originally from Bama, from Alabama, but I grew up in Mandeville, Covington, and New Orleans there, No one music? No, I've never been in, I didn't grow up in Alabama. My dad is from there, but my mom is Cajun and from here. You're from Baton Rouge and Louisiana, really. Walker, Louisiana, to be specific. Yeah, I like the country too. I wish I had a Neo car. Would you buy a Neo car? Oh wait, you can't hear the music? I hear music. Can you hear music? Yes or no, guys? Let me know. You should be able to. I mean, I could always turn it up if you guys need me to. But then I'm sure we're going to have some people complain if we turn it up also. All right, guys. So Revlon did bounce the 750s, and I think 750s has built up a nice little support level that we could pay attention to and watch. PEV is up there. It's at 610s. So we're looking at that. We got BHAT at 140s. All right, nice. Yes, I'd buy Rivian. I will message you to let you know who this is. We got to get hearing aids for people here. Yeah, I don't think it's that loud, and so I think the music's just not there very loud, so it might be hard for some people to hear. It's all good. Yeah, all good. We're here to trade and learn about the stock market, not to listen to music. Why not do all three? You know? Oh, you're not talking to me. I thought you were talking to me, Larry. I was like, you're going to message me? You have technical analysis on REV. Yeah, REV, just a high short float. Big move up. Again, underneath us, I think 750 has established itself as a pretty big support or resistance level. If we go back and look at 750, it was actually the low of yesterday. So 750 was the low of yesterday. It's also the low of pre-market this morning and extended hours. And so I think 750 makes perfect sense to pay attention to and watch. It's the lows of pre-market and after hours. It's the lows of yesterday, and it's all at 750. And so I think 750 can be a good level to watch, at least short term, to see if we get a bounce there or not. And it's what I'm specifically paying attention to. If we're looking at the broader stock market of the SPY here, we got like 378s up there that we can look at. 378 or so whole dollar level is right above us. That might act as some resistance or support. If you guys want to see me put any other stocks on my screen, let me know. I can always add some other stuff. We've been looking at BHAT, GGPI. So Polestar ran up nicely earlier. Anyone hear about the German guy who hit 1 million miles on his Tesla, and Tesla could care less, had 3 battery changes and 9 motors? John, you have a very close friend of mine on here and quite famous pickleball player, so just laughing on you can see on your channel. Hey, happy to have you here, man. Happy to have you. I have no idea what pickleball is, but hey, cheers to you, man. Thank you for being here, bro. Now he wants a Lucid. Hey, I don't know. I'd always get a Tesla. If I was buying EV, and this is just me personally, this is my own preference, but if I was getting EV, it'd almost certainly be a Tesla. I'm not going to risk it with a less established EV brand, unless it was like maybe Neo. It would either be Tesla or Neo. And if it wasn't that, maybe Polestar. BOXD. BOXD's at 260s. Yeah, it's trying. Let's see if it holds. 260 underneath this is now support. We've got 250 right here, which might also act as it, but we'll just zoom in and wait to see if that range breaks. How about Mullen, though? Mullen ran early on the week. It's up to 160s right now. I mean, and Mullen looks good. Mullen's definitely not a day trading stock, so if you're going to trade Mullen, it should be like a swing trade or an investment, I think. Again, I'm not telling you you should or shouldn't buy it. I really don't know, but the range is too small to day trade. But it's moved up really nicely. It's up what? It's up from 110s all the way to 160s. So it's up almost 50% for Mullen. And it looks good. I mean, looking at the daily chart, this thing has woken up over the last few months. You know, but especially over the last 2 weeks or so, this thing has really flew. Ironically, Revlon started in the 1930s during the Great Depression. Mullen's mostly batteries, right? BOXD popping. Yeah, it's at 260s. It looks okay. Nothing quite yet. So it's at 260s. Not bad. Not great, but not horrible either. Mullen shares 44 in poise. Yeah, it might have been a glitch. I don't see it though, Menina. So if you saw like a big candle wick or something like that, I just didn't see it. Again, what time is the emergency WHO conference for the MPOX stuff? Because we can watch SIGA and some of the other MPOX stocks. SPY dipping down to 377s. Again, let's see if we bounce there. We might buy a little bit on Top Step. Take a little baby position. All right, so on Top Step, we just bought one contract here. One futures contract here on Top Step. So we're on one contract. We just bought the dip in the SPY down to 377s. We're not going to add anymore. We're just going to kind of let this sit. SMFL, PM highs. BOXD is kind of slow right now. SIGA just broke highs. SMFL is ripping up. Look at SMFL. It's up to 56 cents. All right, trying to catch a bounce on the SPY here at 377s. All right, so we just got out of this. We're up small, about 750, but green is good. We'll take it. SMFL is starting to ramp up. Let's look at the catalyst here. Smart for Life. They accelerated their manufacturing of milk dust lactation products amid baby formula shortages. So here's the catalyst for this one. So here's the catalyst. Good morning. It's okay. Let's see. The baby girl. All right, go see. All right, so I'm going to put the catalyst up here, guys, so you guys can see what's going on. They accelerated their manufacturing of milk, dust, lactation products amid baby formula shortages for SMFL. It's at 56 cents a share. Revlon did bounce at 750s. Buy the dip after a drop of minus 0.2%. Yeah, but I mean, hey, listen. We bought that bounce. We're scalping. And so it doesn't matter how big or small the move is. We'll scalp it, you know. Look at SMFL, guys, back up to 60 cents. You can see the catalyst. We just dropped it at the lows. After a little drop in the SPY, could rally. Yeah, it depends on your time frame of trading. You know, the reason I bought the SPY is because you can kind of see, like, look at this previous low right here at 377. And so it's kind of, I don't mind buying the dip right now and then looking for a bounce. And we've got a little bit of a cushion on the day. And again, we ended green yesterday, only slightly green. We traded a lot yesterday, so only slightly green. But SMFL just broke highs at 62 cents. 62 cents. All right, guys, we got Revlon back up to 795s, and SMFL is still going. We're going to hold this in the futures market. Sega is at 1295s. Hey, thank you. Did you ever consider purchasing? I mean, to put it bluntly, it wasn't up to me. Free my grandma. You know, it just wasn't my decision. I mean, it was my decision, but it wasn't that much my decision. I couldn't just go rogue and get a Tesla, although I argued it. I did try to argue it. The biggest problem is that it was hard to convince Carol that the Tesla SUV was an actual SUV. Because when you look at the Tesla SUV, it looks like a car. It's actually much bigger than a car. And if you look at it relative to like another SUV, you can actually see that the Tesla SUV is an SUV. But if you look at it without that, and you look at it without that comparison, then it looks very much just like a car. And so when I'm like, yo, Carol, look at this Tesla SUV, she's like, no, we're not getting that. That's a car. You know, when really it wasn't, but you know, it is what it is. When you have a wife, you just kind of, family decisions like that, it's usually their call. I mean, I could have pushed for things, but like, I'm not gonna, you know. Yeah, we just got the Benz. You know? Those wing doors would have been so convenient. Honestly, I was pushing for it, man. All right, so we're probably gonna lose here on the SPY. We'll give it a chance though. Let it bounce in pre-market. Yeah, the Model X is what we were actually doing. You know, we were looking at the Model X. But again, if you look at the Model X, it looks like a car. You know, but this thing just looks like a car. You know, it does look like an SUV. Ooh, dude, those butterfly doors though. Ooh, man, I would have loved that. That'd have been dope. These are a little bit more expensive than what. I mean, actually, this is basically exactly what we paid. But like, look at this thing, guys. Does this not look like a freaking car? I showed this, I honestly, I did make this argument. I showed this thing to Carol, and she was like, nah, it's a car. And I was like, yeah, it's actually an SUV, but that's okay. Good morning, John. When you buy one futures contract, how much money do you have staked in the market? Is it like an options contract? Kind of. What's a contract just like anything else? Now, it's going to cost the same as the E-mini. I mean, it's going to cost this $37.95 is how much the micro E-mini costs. The regular E-mini, as you can see, which is MES, regular E-mini, you can see there. Hold on. The regular E-mini is just ES. So here's the regular E-mini, and you can see they just have different ranges, but they're the same price. They just have different ranges though. And so basically, if I buy one contract of the micro E-mini, which is the one that we're currently on, so I'm going to let this test 376.50, and if it can't hold, we're just going to cut it. But if I buy one contract of the micro, then that is $1.25 per tick, right? So if it goes in my direction one tick, I'm profiting $1.25. If I have 4 contracts and it goes in my direction one tick, I'm profiting $5. If I have one contract and it goes in my direction 4 ticks, I profit $5. If I have one contract and it goes against me 4 ticks, then I lose $5, right? And that's the micro E-mini. The micro E-mini. The regular E-mini is has a much larger range. So the regular E-mini, it'll run it's $12.50 per tick. So if I got one contract of the regular E-mini and it goes in my direction 2 ticks, then I make $25. If it goes against me 2 ticks and I have one contract, then I lose $25. Same thing, four contracts would be $50 per tick, so forth and so on. And so that's kind of how it works. Aside from that, it's just like trading stocks. Aside from that, it's exactly like trading stocks. I can buy market, sell market, join the bid, join the ask, no PDT, instant settlement. I can short, I can go long, and I can trade. And the micro E-mini and the E-mini are basically just the SPY. Look at SMFL ramp, though, guys. It's at 68 cents. Wow. That's a big move for SMFL. It's at 68 cents. I can't lie, John, it does look like a car. I know, man. Listen, that was Carol's argument too. Carol was like, look, I want an SUV. I don't want a car. And I was like, but this is an SUV. And the only time she actually figured it out was recently, like in the last 2 weeks. We were driving down the street in our neighborhood and we saw a Model X. And I was like, hey, baby, that's the Tesla I wanted to get. And she was like, and she realized that it was the same size as our SUV, that like the height was the same. And so then she finally realized, oh, it is an SUV. It's just, it just doesn't look like one. All right, so the WHO meeting's going on. Sega breaking highs, guys. So Sega is now at 1320s. So Sega's breaking highs. We are bouncing a little bit on the SPY. But again, I'm not going to hold this forever. We're going to cut this. I'm just looking to see if we bounce at 376.50 or so is what I'm specifically looking for. So any lag, guys? Let me know if there's any lag. There shouldn't be. But if there is, let me know. Well, it's a Tesla. So there's gas money, but it's not high. No lag. Nice. What time is the WHO meeting? Mic check 1 2 1 2. So you might hear an echo. I'm just testing the sound and everything. What time is the WHO meeting? All right. Sounds good to me. 9 a.m. Okay, got you. So it's in about 45 minutes. All right, so the SPY is starting to come back close to where I'm almost break even. I'm only down $5 here on this contract. I could add more, but I think I'm just going to let it bounce and see if we get something from it. 9 a.m. to noon, man. SMFL mega squeeze coming. Yeah, SMFL ramped up. It's at 67 cents. 67 cents. It'll be a 3-hour WHO meeting. And then JP is going to be at 10 a.m., right? 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, so we bounced up a little bit. I'm actually going to add another contract here. And so now we're in 2 contracts of the micro. So every tick this goes in my favor or against me is $2.50 in profit or losses. So I have 2 contracts in the micro just to explain the logic here. And every tick it goes in my favor or against me, it's $12.50 in profit or losses. Yeah, SMFL. We're looking up the data for this one now here. And looks like my futures trade is going against me, guys. That's all right. There we go. A little bit better. Let's see if it bounces. We're waiting for it. Yeah, again, to look up SMFL here. We're looking up SMFL in the short data. It's running up. Got about 18 million in the float. It's a small float. We're checking the other float data now. All right, so it's probably got about 4 or 5% short float. 4 or 5%. The micro symbol is MES. It's /MES. And so you can look at it on TOS. It's /MES. It's a futures contract. And so SIGA just broke highs at 1340s. But yeah, if we look at it, it's /MES. I don't even look at here's the thing to understand about the futures market, though, guys. I don't even look at the micro E-mini chart or the E-mini chart. I literally just look at the SPY because it's the same price action. Like here's the micro E-mini, which is what I'm trading. And then if you look at the SPY, it's the same exact price action. I don't even look at the micro E-mini chart. I just I trade based off of what the SPY is doing. That's all I do. I just trade based off of what the SPY is doing. And we're going to get ready to cut this. We're down $20. It's not the end of the world in pre-market. But yeah, that's my point, is that I just look at the SPY chart. I don't even look at the E-mini or the micro E-mini chart. And again, guys, if you want to check out Top Step funds traders and futures, they give you a demo. And if you can hit their target on that demo while following their rules, they'll fund you between 50 up to over 100K with an 80% split. They're regulated, located in the U.S., and they pay out millions every year. They fund thousands of traders a year. And it's really here. I got to let Sassy in. She just keeps yelling at me. All right, Sassy. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. That's a good girl. Pussy. Oh, no, it's okay. Hey, baby girl. That's okay, Sassy. Pussy. Good girl. All right. Sorry, guys. Sassy was yelling at me, the little baby puppy. But yeah, so on Top Step, they fund you. If you can hit their target while following their rules, they'll fund you between 50 up to over 100K. I'll post this link here. Great way to help support the channel. Easiest way to get around the PDT rule, to be honest. Super easy to get around the PDT rule. You can day trade short and futures, 80% split once funded. They're kind of the gold standard of funded account program. They've been around for like over a decade too. But yeah, SIGA breaking highs at 1350s right now in anticipation of this WHO meeting that we got going on today. There's the Top Step link if anybody's interested. Yo, isn't it trash day? It is. My mom better have taken that trash out. Let me see. Yeah, no, SIGA looks good. SIGA's starting to push up. It's at 1350s right now. 1350s. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Coffee. Thank you. I'm excited for coffee. All right, so the SPY is going in my favor. So the SPY is going up. All right, so we're actually green here. So you can see every tick, it goes up 250 in profit or losses. So the SPY is starting to rebound here, and we left the 376.50 support level to see if we bounced. SMFL is back up to 66 cents, and SIGA is ramping up here. So SIGA is up. I know I have SIDU. We got AERC running. We got IMPP running. BOXD's running. All right, guys. But yeah, SIGA's running up nicely. Look at SIGA up to 1350s here. SPY's dipping down a little bit. We're still in that trade. So, for example, can you keep it open this contract until tonight? Yeah, I can keep it open as long as I want. It's not like an option contract where there's like a specific expiry date. Yeah, it's just not like an option contract where there's not like a specific expiry date and all that stuff. It's different than that. I can hold it as long as I want, kind of like a regular trade on the SPY or Q or something like that. So we got SIGA, we got SMFL on the move too. Getting a little bit of a glare now from the sun. I wonder if there's something I can pull down. Yeah, so the market's starting to push back up, and again, we're still holding that futures contract. It's against us, but it's not the end of the world here. Luckily, we already had a cushion on the day. We're down about 15, 20 bucks on this one. It's still in this range, though, and we're going to let it consolidate in this range. Hopefully break over 377. I don't mind letting that test. What is GameStop actually doing with all the money they have now? CBIO, futures expire 4 times a year. They reset. Yeah, so the contract expires 4 times a year. And right now, the contract on Top Step is... you'll see it. So just to show you guys what he means by that, you can see here the contract name on the current Micro E-mini is MESU2. 4 times a year, that contract name resets to something different, and so you'll have to roll over your contracts 4 times a year and switch to the newest, most updated contract, basically. SMFL is at 64 cents. Rev is back up to 785s, and SIGA is still bouncing at 1340. SPY is at 376.78. GameStop is buying Funko. Are they really? They're buying Funko Pop? Are they really? That'd be crazy. Yeah, thank you for your service, Tyler. Hey, all good, Pawn. No worries, brother. You're on vacation, man. Enjoy it, dude. So if the SPY will close at 380 tonight, you'll be rich. Hey, maybe, Oh, you're joking? Yeah, honestly, it seemed plausible, man. Funko Pop is a... Sassy! Hey, baby girl! Sassy! Hey, baby. Come here. Always try to show the stream. Come here, baby. Oh, sorry. This is Sassy, everybody. She's the sweetest puppy ever. That's a good girl. All right, there you go. All right, guys. So SIGA is bouncing up a little bit. I'm still in the SPY. And it's going against me. I'll cut this pretty soon. Again, I'm letting it test these lows down here at 376.50, just in case we bounce there. That's what I'm ultimately looking for. All good. No, all good. About the Funko Pop. It seemed plausible. All right, so SMFL's trying. Revlon is still there. I'm going to see if we got something I can put in front of this. That's better. I'm going to switch over here. There you go. Do you see IMPP recovering anytime soon? I'm trying to wait a couple weeks before entering again, but I'd like to hear your thoughts on this one. I'm not sure, man. I mean, I really don't know. This is the type of stuff where I don't really feel comfortable telling people yes or no because I really have no idea. And it's one of those things where it could go either way, in my opinion. And I don't want to tell people the wrong answer. I don't want to tell people, yeah, it'll come back, and then it crashes, or no, it won't come back, and then it ramps up, you know. And so in this case, I'd rather just say I don't know. Yeah, what did Meta end up doing? I know Meta ended up ramping up nicely here. We are a little bit better looking now in our SPY trade to where we're close to break even, or closer at least. We're down a negligible amount on the day now. But again, here is Meta. Meta's at 156.60s. So Meta looks good. You see, trying to long Meta today could squeeze if the SPY is strong. Meta was on made money yesterday. Yeah, Meta's at 156. So did a lot of bullish stuff in pre-market and during market hours yesterday, but then it kind of just corrected all the way back down to 156.50s here. So it didn't do much. SIGA is still ramping up, guys, at 1350s here, bouncing off VWAP. SPY is kind of in a range, and we're going to get out if it breaks that range. I don't want to risk too much here. Waiting for the SPY to break on one side of this at least. Yeah. We're just going to go ahead and cut this. So we're down about 30 bucks on the day on Top Step, which is fine. SIGA is still popping up. Look at that. It's at 1355s right now, 1355s. So SIGA is still bouncing nicely. Y'all do me a favor. Y'all go give me a follow on Twitter as well. We're trying to grow our Twitter page. And so we got about 2,100, 2,200 Twitter followers. But we're trying to make that a little bit larger here if you haven't already, guys. So go ahead, follow us on Twitter. Here's the link for our Twitter account. I'll consider it a favor. I have been reporting all the big small cap and large cap news with symbols and all that good stuff on Twitter. So check it out. Looks like I might have gotten faked out of the SPY. It might bounce and find a bottom here, but maybe not. Revlon is still at 780s. SIGA is up there at 1340s. Jay Powell is supposed to stream too. All right, guys. All right, guys. SIGA broke highs again here. It's at 1370s for SIGA. Is it more lucrative to have 100,000 subscribers on YouTube or 100,000 followers on Twitter? YouTube, definitely YouTube. YouTube subscribers are far more valuable than any other social media, in my opinion. And the reason for that is, you can have 100 followers on Discord. Like I had a guy that wanted, um, I had a guy that ran a Discord that got kind of weird with me one day, and he was like, "Oh, my Discord has 2,000 people here," you know. And this was when my channel had like 20,000 subscribers. So he's like, "Yeah, I've got a few thousand people here. We already got 1 or 2,000 people in this Discord. Before you know it, we'll have 30,000. We'll have more than you on Discord." And he was getting kind of weird with me because I didn't want to pay him for a collaboration. But anyways, what I told him was like, look, it's very easy to get 20,000 Discord followers. Honestly, most of the Discord followers are bots anyway. Like, there's a ton of bots on Discord to where it's like Discord followers are far less valuable than YouTube. Same thing with Twitter. I think Twitter's a little bit better than Discord. So Twitter's worth more than Discord for sure. But in on a scale of like which is more profitable, YouTube is certainly more profitable. But it's not just that YouTube's more profitable, it's that to have this amount of followers on YouTube, you have to be a video producer. And so that's different than making a post on Twitter. Anybody can make a post on Twitter about what's going on. Very few people can, actually produce streams or videos consistently. And so because of that, you're going to get paid more with 100,000 YouTube subscribers for sure over anything else. Except for maybe Instagram. Instagram, it's arguable, but I would still say YouTube subscribers are worth more. VEDU? Yeah, maybe I got out of the SPY and it was a good thing. So look at this dip in the SPY. I would have lost heavily here. So I guess me seeing that range and cutting it was right. Yeah, VEDU gapping up nicely here. Here's VEDU. I'm looking up the catalyst for VEDU, but this is a big move. It's up to like $2 now. Waiting for the news to show. Yeah, Discord doesn't pay, but honestly, you make more money doing something like I'm doing. You make far more money, not from YouTube, but from sponsors and affiliates. So like you make far more money with sponsorships and partnerships than you do with YouTube AdSense revenue. Not saying I'm not, listen, I truly appreciate YouTube and AdSense. I make money on that as well. But more money comes from sponsorships and partnerships than does from YouTube paying you. Yeah, luckily I got out there. It was close. So I don't see any catalyst for VEDU. I do see the float is small at 13 million. It's got 13 million in the float. All right, so VEDU is still ramping up. If you guys see a catalyst here, let me know. I don't see any catalyst. Tesla down. Yeah, well, the market's probably correcting a little bit here. Here's the SPY. So the SPY's dipping down to 376, which probably is impacting it. BBIG. Hey, what's up, Pawn? Wow, look at BBIG. Yeah, BBIG just gapped. Crazy. You know, that's good. VEDU new IPO. If it breaks 215, could fly to 3. HD huge 1 minute candle. 270 could be spread. Yeah, when was the IPO for VEDU? I don't see any catalyst there for it, but it's a big rip. Same thing with BBIG. BBIG is just ripping up now. I'm looking at the catalyst for this, or at least trying to find it for BBIG. Vinco Ventures, looking at the catalyst now. Vinco Ventures announces a new distribution date for the Cryptide spinoff. What was the other stock? Is it what was it? VEDU. But yeah, look at BBIG. It's up there. It's at 203s right now for VEDU. BBIG announced the Cryptide spinoff. Here's the catalyst. There's the catalyst right there. New distribution date for the Cryptide spinoff. GGPI merger with Polestar today. Yeah, no. Big news. CNSP. Look at Sika dip. It's down to 1330s. 1330s. About 8:30 market time. Good morning, John. When is the spinoff date for BBIG Cryptide? June 27th is the date. June 27th. I exited MRAO because I used the money to produce somewhere else. What if the buyout never comes? I'd rather take gains than hold. VEDU dipping down to 190s here. Yeah, MRAO ran, but it kind of got quiet. I got ONCS trying to move BBIG. VEDU is now pulling back to 190s here. All right, guys, so we do have the meeting at 10. All right, so BBIG back up to 230s here. They did announce the BBIG Tide Cryptide spinoff date as 27th. CNSP ripping up big. VED pulling back some here. Same thing with SIGA. Here's CNSP. It's at 46 cents. 46 cents for CNSP. And if we look at the catalyst here, this is CNS Pharmaceuticals. They received approval from the US FDA for protocol amendment on ongoing potentially pivotal global trial evaluating their Burabussin for the treatment of GBM is the catalyst here. And we'll post this so you guys can see what is going on with CNSP. Here's the catalyst right now. I feel like the robot guy from Grandma's Boy with this music playing. You know? I feel like the robot guy from Grandma's Boy. It's kind of like rave music. We got to change this. It's too distracting, I think. Any recommendations for songs, guys? Let me go back to my old music. I think you guys would probably like the old music we used to listen to. Let's find it. Well, I think I got a monitor I can add. So BBIG ramping up. It's at 236. $235s. CNSP is at 43 cents. 43 cents. All right, guys. No music is better. It's all distracting? Really? I mean, I can turn it down a little bit, but we're going to leave some of it playing. BBIG at 230. CNSP still gapping up. And again, you can see the catalyst along the bottom of the screen here. Shorts are about to cover on BBIG. Watch out. Tesla options with 10K. Yeah, I know we got some people complaining about music. And again, I mean, while you guys might be complaining, a large majority of the people prefer the music. I've done many polls. I've asked a lot of times. And a large majority of people are going to tell me to keep the music if I ask whether you guys want to turn it off or not. And so because of that, guys, while you might be one of the few that don't like the music, we're going to keep it, but we're also going to make it lo-fi, so it's calm, quiet music, so it's not super distracting. At least try not to be, you know. Music is great today, John. Hey, Sassy. Hey, baby. What you doing? No, thank you, Sassy. Go see. Go see. Go see. No, not me. No, go see. Thank you. Thank you, Sassy. Go see. There you go. Good girl. Go see. Yeah, good girl. There you go. Good girl. All right. Yeah. BBIG short squeeze today? Maybe, bro. Maybe, dude. Music has a calming effect. Yeah. So sorry, guys. We're gonna keep the music. It's just that's just how it is right now. You know, that's how it's gonna be. So my apologies, but we're keeping the music. All right, guys. BBIG up to 235s now. Hey. The bank report cards come out today. We might see banks run up. I know I'm a minority music hater, but I love your show regardless. You know, hey, it's all good, Billy. We appreciate you, man. Like I said, as long as y'all can say what your preference is here, and that's fine. As long as you do so respectfully, and you don't say it over and over again. which you haven't. So you're all good, Billy. You're good, dude. As long as you don't say it over and over again to where it kind of disrupts the stream and, hurts my brand, then you're good. And you're fine. You're not saying it over and over again. BBIG at 230 is pulling back a little bit now. RDHL conference. I'm not super familiar with RDHL stock. It's gapping up some, it looks like, today. So yeah, it's up today. It's at $1 here. We can look at the catalyst and see what's going on here. What is it? Earnings? They're doing a conference right now. Red Hill Biopharma. Yeah, first quarter earnings were released. It showed first quarter sales of 18.2 to 22.1 million. So positive. Or no, worse. It looks like it was better than expected first quarter sales, but worse than last year. So down year over year. And they're doing their earnings conference now. But yeah, it's up some. It's at 102s. Looking at the float. Doesn't show me the float here. Shows me the outstanding shares is about 53 million. We're talking about 40 minutes ago. For which one? Plus 12 in 10 minutes. Yeah, I mean, BBIG really started to rip at 7:30, at 7:45, so about 15 minutes ago. BBIG started to run. SIG is at 13.29s. BBIG might squeeze today. Shorts, no. They got it covered by the 26th. Just announced the dividend date. Yeah, for sure. It's the 27th. So the dividend drops 27th of this month. So 4 days. All right, guys. So BBIG holding at VWAP here. Let's see if it continues to hold. We still got the SPY. We're looking at this. SPY dipped all the way down to 375.80. Still green on the day. And as long as we hold over like 375, I still think the SPY is good. We're fine. There's a caffeine shampoo. Yeah, man, there is. I've seen it. Yeah, I don't complain when the music is loud. I just tune out, but I always come back. Thanks for the hard work. Hey, thank you, Maximus. We appreciate it, man. And like I said, man, cheers to you guys. Truly do appreciate this community. We got a great group of traders here. And we get some haters that are just mad. Like somebody yesterday was like, oh, you got 300 people here. It's like, bro, 300 people is a lot of people, dude. The fact that I got 300 people standing here watching my show, the fact that we got 80,000 subscribers and supporters of this channel, and we got 300 people or more. Usually it's like 300 to 400 people that join us every day, every single day without fail. Cheers to you guys. I really, truly do appreciate you guys. I know we got a lot of lurkers here that don't talk much, and that's okay. I think you guys can appreciate the fact that I genuinely just try to be honest with everybody. I try to tell you how I truly feel about different things, what my honest opinion is on things, regardless of whether that might hurt for some people to hear or regardless of anything. I try to just be honest and real with people. I don't claim to be an expert. Again, my brand is kind of beginner trading. We're just a resource and community for traders and for new traders to learn and grow. And so cheers to that growth. And we appreciate you all, guys. PEV running up. PEV recent IPO. It IPO'd about 2 weeks ago, and it is flying up this morning. I don't think it has a catalyst. I think it's just a recent IPO. I looked this one up earlier. There's PEV. I don't see any catalyst here. It's a recent IPO. It's 2 weeks since the IPO. It's a car company. Tiny float I'm showing here about less than a million, about 900,000 in the float, which is very, 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 very small. Right now we have currently a top at 7 right here, so you can see the top right at 7 that we're watching. So we do have the top at 7, and we'll see if that holds also. Lurk is me. Hey, it's all good, Dre. It's all good, Dre. You're the best early live stream resource early in the morning. Hey, thank you, man. Hey, thank you, Dustin. So are shorts required to cover for the spinoff on or before, or not required to? Well, I'm not sure. I'm not standing. Hey, all good. I'm letting you guys know TNXP will go parabolic, just like my call out on IMPP in February. Hey, maybe. What's up, Carlos? Thank you, brother. Yeah, 10 a.m. We got JP speaking. Yeah, look at PEV. PEV's ramping up. But yeah, TNXP, a monkeypox stock. They got the WHO meeting today, so it could fly. So good luck, Gosu. Hope you make some money, brother. Cheers to you, Kelly. Thank you. IDEX. Community is great. Love the quick call outs. Thank you, brother. Good question about the shorts. Yeah, does anybody know if the shorts have to cover or if it's just preference whether they cover or not before the Cryptide spinoff on the 27th for BBIG? Does anybody know if the shorts have to cover or is it mandatory for them to cover? I guess is what I'm trying to say. Hey, what's up, Mike? What's up, Owen? I'm only here to not get fined. Hey, don't sue me. I'm only here not to get sued. Cheers to you. What's up, Beach? U.S. jobless claims. So is the jobless claims data out? Probably. Yeah, we're going to drop this jobless claims numbers on our Twitter page if you guys want to see what's going on. Again, check our Twitter. We drop all of this stuff free on our Twitter page. Yeah, so we won't know until the 28th. Hey, man, love your channel. Been watching a couple times every week for the last year. Any recommendations on resources for swing trading? Check out Beach Bum. Beach Bum's pretty good. I'll post this link here if you guys want it. Yeah, I'll post this link here. So yeah, check out Beach Bum. He's got some good swing trading content that kind of breaks some stuff down. Here's the link right there. I would assume, guessing that they have to cover, they ought to be able to close the trade or at least have shares to convert, but only fair. Who knows? Yeah, for sure. Otherwise, there would be a huge incentive to just short them all the time. If they have to pay the dividend while shorted, they should be forced to close the trade. Yeah, I kind of agree there. But who knows if that's really how it goes. PEV ramped up higher here, and Rev is starting to test 750s. Look at PEV, it's at 730s. Hey, what's up, BKM? TNXP will be a $50 stock if there is an Mpox. Yeah, for sure. I kind of agree. And then the WHO meeting might at least give us some short-term sympathy moves from that as well. Look at SIGA dropping down to 13s. It's another Mpox stock. BBIG at 328s now. Revlon is at 750s. So we're watching Revlon too. 750 seems to be a big support level, but PEV is ramping up here. Look at PEV. 740s right now. SPY is still at 375.90s in the market. Shorts have to pay the dividend. Mm. All right, so PEV news is from After Hours. Shout out to JB for dropping this news on us. So JB apparently said that the PEV news is from After Hours here. Thank you, JB. All right, look at PEV, guys. Pulling back to 7. Let's see if $7 support holds. I think that's what a lot of people are going to be waiting on. Oh, man. PEV halts coming at the open. Yeah, PEVs should be interesting. Did you talk about SPY analysis? What's up, Winston? Yeah, man, I love the SPY, bro. I trade the SPY every day. So SPY is really what I trade. Again, short term, we're looking at some of these highs from pre-market right here at around 375.50 or so. 375.50 has acted as a decent amount of support for the SPY so far. You can either call it 375.50 or 375.75. I think 375.50 is probably what we're looking at, though. So we got some double tops and bottoms there. We also have the previous closing price at 374.30s for the SPY underneath us. Above us, we have 378 whole dollar and 377, which has acted as some support as well. So those are the levels that we're watching here. Revlon at 780s. Let me know if you like this music. This is kind of the OG music we used to listen to a few years ago. All right, guys, we got Rev popping up. SPY moving back up to VWAP here. We're still looking at BBIG. It's still over VWAP. All right, guys, Rev is back up to 780s. PEV still consolidating over the $7 level. And then the SPY's testing 376.25s, 376 right now. Let's see if it holds support. It should. What's your price target for REV? I don't really have a price target. I don't like potentially setting them. I think that misleads traders. I think if we're looking at some like if Revlon gets really really strong, I think we're looking at $10, which is a main big psychological level that a lot of other traders are paying attention to and ultimately watching, which is $10. I think $10 is going to have a lot of traders interested, a lot of traders watching it. It's a psychological level that traders seem to pay attention to, and so we're watching that. The lows right now at 750 seem interesting as well, like right underneath where we are currently. We also have the low from the day before yesterday, right down there at about 7, and so we're watching $7 as well. Right there at 7 is a little bit better. But $7. So these are kind of my levels for Revlon right now. We'll see what happens. PEV still ramping up. It's at 750s right now for PEV. 750. SPY breaking over VWAP as well. SPY's at 376.50 also. BBIG's at 227s. BTC offering dump. Offering is at $1. JP Morgan, the nation's largest bank by AUM, lays off 1,000 employees in the mortgage sector. Wow. There's big news in banking here. Look at PEV still pushing up. It's at 760s right now. 760s for PEV. That's a big move. All right, guys. So where is Bitcoin at nowadays, anyway? All right, Bitcoin mostly been doom and gloom for the last few days for Bitcoin. PEV still at 770, breaking highs. BBIG's up there. All right, so currently Bitcoin is at 20.5K. So it's still up nicely. It's up about 2.3% today, which is good. All right, guys. ATIF Holdings announced an investment in Phoenix Motors. What's up, Max? Respect, I will be subbing. That's my favorite question to ask for a show check. Thanks. Hey, all good, Jesse. What's your target? Yeah, bro. You know me, dude. I don't. Yeah, if it's your first time here, Jesse, I don't claim to be an expert. I mean, my channel's called Beginner Trading, and so sure, I think the people that are desperately looking for something wrong really try to find ways to critique me, but in the end, I don't sell anything, I don't charge anything, I don't claim to be an expert, I don't act like a guru, I have no idea what anything will do, and I might just be wildly wrong about everything. And so with that said, cheers about being wrong. Cheers to you guys. Hopefully we're not wrong today, but we might be, All right, PEV's pushing up. It's at 780s though. SPY's at 376, so we're watching that. What's your favorite stock today and why, guys? Also, green or red so far this morning? Looking at the poll that we did earlier, we asked, has the market hit bottom or is this a temporary bounce? We got 290 votes so far in a few hours. 24% think the bottom has been hit, but 76% of you think it has not yet. And so we'll see. The SPY is green on the day, although slightly. We still got about 24 minutes left until the market opens. But yeah, only slightly green right now. And we personally are red after trading the SPY futures or the E-mini futures contract this morning. So we're slightly red, but not much. Nothing that we're not able to come back from today, at least. And so far, it's a green week as well. PEV, yeah. I mean, y'all be careful. Like I said, PEV's got an incredibly small float, and so sometimes it might be targeted by gurus who want to pump it up because, frankly, whenever you target really, really low floats like PEV that have a float of less than 1 million, it's a lot easier to get your following to jump on it too. And so be careful. With big moves and low floats, you could have big crashes too. So y'all just be careful. Yeah, Powell speaking again at 10 a.m. And so in about 53 minutes, Powell was speaking. Could get ugly if he says some bad things, and so we'll see. TBLT, tons of interesting today. Yeah. SMFL ripping. ATIF. Yeah, we'll see. Is Powell talking right now? I think Powell talks at 10 a.m., right? And so in about 50 minutes, Powell's speaking, right? I can look at the conference. I'm pretty sure they're just going to be speaking on, let me see. Yeah, so it says watch live on the link. The link brings us to the The link brings us to the YouTube page for the U.S. House Committee on Financial Services. But I don't see anything started yet. Nothing going on right now. And chat, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, hopefully. SPY back over VWAP here. It's at 376.75, testing 377. We got PEV at 760s. We're watching that. That looks good. Thoughts on REV at the open? I probably will stream Powell, Tyler, probably. How long is the Powell meeting, though, is the real question. Hey, thanks, Beach. You as well, man. Yeah, that's what he does, though, Dallas. I mean, that's what politicians do, brother. That's how it's gonna be, man. You know, I don't hate Powell like a lot of others. I don't think it's a win-win situation. I think it's very difficult for him to do something right at this point in time, because I think no matter what he does, people are going to critique him. Like, even with the 75 basis point raise, if he didn't raise it by 70 points, people would be still fearing inflation, and inflation fears would loom, and people would say that he's not doing enough to combat inflation, especially with the high oil prices. But then if he raises rates too much, they'll say it's an overreaction, and they'll be afraid because it's the first raise rate of that much since the 80s, and which is what happened. In the end, I'm okay with him raising rates. I think that, I think it's necessary to a certain extent, considering how high pricing is in a lot of areas. And so with that, discouraging spending, we might have some short-term hurt from that. Hopefully it's short-term, but then it'll be good for the market in the long run. Maybe, but maybe not, though. It might just be bad for the market. But again, I don't hate Powell. I just hope the market comes back. SPY up to 376s, though. We got about 20 minutes until the open. 20 minutes, guys. Meta breaks the channel right now on one candle. So Meta's probably following the SPY to a certain extent. Here's Meta right here. And so it's probably following the SPY to a certain extent. It's at 157s right now. And you can see like the SPY recently popped up. And so any large cap company like Meta is going to follow the SPY, the Q to a certain extent, because they're made up. The SPY is made up of companies like this. And so, you can kind of see the similarities here in the market versus Meta. Market dipped under VWAP, held, bounced over VWAP. Meta dipped under VWAP, held, bounced over VWAP, and is testing it now. And so it's just following the market, I think, to a certain extent. There's BBIG at 230s. He raises rates, but how in the heck does that help reduce fuel and food prices? So it just discourages spending is what it does. So when you raise rates, the logic behind raising rates, I think most people know, but the logic behind raising rates is simple. It's you raise rates to discourage spending, and when you discourage spending, people spend less, and in turn, in order for businesses to remain competitive, they must lower prices per supply and demand, right? And so by raising rates, it discourages spending, and it ultimately causes businesses, in order to stay competitive, to reduce pricing. At least that's the logic behind it. Of course, it's not a perfect science. It's not going to work exactly as anticipated, but it usually does a good job in helping reduce inflation. And I think we even got some dips since then too. So, I mean, I think it's kind of doing its job to a certain extent in some areas. But, it's going to take time. It's not just going to be an immediate reaction. And I think most people are afraid of the short term, but I think long term will be fine. Hey, what's up, Various? SPY up to almost 377s. We got PEV at 750s. Why did FTNT fall 70% in one day? I don't know. I don't really follow FTNT. This is Fortinet. We can look at the catalyst for this, but that's a brutal, nasty drop. Fortinet is down as if it's a biotech company. I don't know, man. That's kind of strange. Is it an offering? This looks like some type of split. Might be splitting. Yeah, I think it's a split. Looks to be a split of some sort. Yeah, I would not want to be JP either, man. Yeah, supply chain issues are going to be the big question mark with whether this works as anticipated or not. And again, we'll see. But I think they have to be aggressive with our monetary system right now in terms of both quantitative easing and raising rates, just because it's one of those markets right now where inflation is ridiculously high and people are struggling, you know. Like, I'm very comfortable with how much money I make. Like I said, I make over 100,000 pretty easily every year. But even for me right now, prices are high for me, and like luckily I make enough to where I can kind of afford it. But for a lot of people, they're struggling right now, man. Prices are super high. Just the grocery store, like going to the grocery store, we spend a lot of money just at the grocery store, and so pricing is very high right now. It's not cheap. Things aren't cheap right now, and I think a lot of people are hurting from it, to be honest. Yeah, REV short interest up big for sure. Yeah, it's just a tough thing. And like I said, I think a lot of people hate Jay Powell but they really don't understand what's going on or what he's doing. They just hear he raises rates and then they critique him. But it's a tough job, man. Like I said, it's a hard job to do what he's doing right now, and I don't envy him whatsoever. You know, he's got a great, prestigious job in the government, but it's just a hard job, man. Yeah, you know. All right, guys, we got about 14 minutes. SPY up over 377s. Looks great. PEV still running. Still watching BBIG here. The Tide Cryptide spinoff was announced for the 27th of this month. 27th of this month. BBIG is at 229s currently. Yeah. They told him pretty much everything going to blame you while pressing him for policy guidance. It's not his job. My wife makes over 100K alone. Both of us together, we can afford most things, but friends and family, our kids can't afford to do anything. Trips, housing, eating out. Yeah, it's getting high, man. Like I said, same thing with us, man. Like my family income is high. Like Carol and I both make good money. You know, I make over 100,000 a year, just me. Same thing. Um, in gross revenue, guys. In gross revenue, yeah, but probably net revenue too, to be honest. But regardless of any of that, we make good money, and things are still very expensive. Like going to the grocery stores, I remember one time we went to the grocery store over the last month. It was like $800, like $700 or $800, and it's just like, whew, man. BBIG is back up to 230s. Prices are just high right now. Gas is very high. Gas is probably, we drove here to Michigan, and gas is very, very high right now too. You know, fill up the tank. It's like $110 right now for us, so it's high. You know, no, Carol's kind of stay at home mom. Yeah. And again, I mean, luckily we make enough money to get out of it and to be okay during these economic times, but a lot of people don't, and it's tough. It's just tough right now. All right, guys, we got about 11 minutes. 11 minutes. Again, let me know what you guys are watching. Baby. Sassy screaming. All right, Carol stays at home and takes care of the kids. Yeah, man. Grocery store, super high. 1-bedroom apartment is close to $2,000 a month. Yeah. All right, Sassy. I'll let you have it. Come on, man. Come on, let Sassy. Hey, Sassy. You gotta come hang out with me, Sassy. Come on. Yeah, you come chill with me. Come here, Sassy. Come here. Yeah, that's a good girl. Come here. You're not gonna come here? All right. Sassy's cool. Sassy, come here. Sassy, come here. Stop fussing. Come here, baby. Sassy. Sassy. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Yeah, Sassy's crying. Yeah, stay-at-home mom's tough job. You know, tough job. BBIG's at 233s. PEV finally pulling back to 750, and then Revlon is testing 760s right now. So Revlon testing 760s. We'll see. Less than 10 minutes, guys. All right, guys. So 8 minutes into the opening bell. Yeah, they did fix the squeaky door. Yeah, yesterday I was telling, I asked them if they wanted me to spray some WD-40 on it, but they did it. They did it overnight, I think. Yeah, BBIG Cryptide spinoff was announced for the 27th, and so shorts are going to be forced to cover, and we might get some run-ups. At least that's what people are speculating here for BBIG. It's at 230s right now. Nice gap up on that news here, and then the SPY is up to 377.20s. So the SPY rebounded back nicely here, and I'm sure most large cap companies are going to be following that as well. Revlon at 750 or 768 right now, so we'll see if this one holds support. But we're watching this one too. Again, y'all do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and y'all follow me on Twitter. You know, we're really, truly trying to grow our Twitter. And, you know, if you can give me a follow, I certainly appreciate it. We drop free. This is what we drop on Twitter. We drop small and large cap news as soon as they're released. I pay somebody to send me the news. I pay JB to send me news that comes out as it happens. And so as soon as he sends me something, usually unless we're really busy, I'm going to post that news that comes out. And so if you want to follow what's going on in small and large caps, here's the link. Check it out. There's the link right there. Yeah, I don't know. Redbox is still holding most of its gains here. So if you look at Redbox, you know, Redbox was at 160s back in February. It's currently at 10, basically. So 10, 10, 9 10s. Volume is a little bit lighter, but I still think it's, if you're looking at it relative to the last 10 or 15 days, it's at least break even, but it's actually up a lot more when you look at it in 20-day chart. 20-day chart, we're up really nicely. We're up still about 100%. So hey, what's up, Ado? What was the other one? It was PEV. Yeah, PEV, man, crazy move. Hit 840s yesterday. 840s might be relevant. We're at 750s now. Look at 840. That top up there. 185 for what, Maddie? Oh, did I say 185 or 1085? I said something. Public service announcement. WD-40 is not a lubricant. It's like the lowest on the ladder for that. WD is water displacement, but as a film lube, nah. Yeah, it's just what it's what we use growing up. So, waiting ages on BBIG. Nice. Hey, good luck. PEV is at 750s. We got over 300 people here, and it's 9:25 in the morning. Hit that subscribe button, guys. Hit the notification bell. Bitcoin at 20.6K. Again, the WHO convenes a meeting to determine whether monkeypox is going to be an emergency or not. Yeah, what's up, Rick? Hey, thank you, Kim. I appreciate that on Twitter. What do you prefer, PEV or VEDU? Wow, VEDU came back some from that one. I kind of missed that. VWAP still at 377s for the SPY, so it looks good. Revlon did bounce, man, and we drew this level earlier, and we've consistently pulled back to 750 or 760 and then bounced right back. And so we've been following this level. Again, it kind of confirms the fact that I think 750 is going to be a big psychological level for this one. Every time it moves back, it kind of bounces right back. And so it's back up to 790s. VWAP is at 804s, 805s for REV. And so we're watching that. And then VEDU is at 210s. BBIG is at 228. For sure, Jim. I appreciate the advice, brother. I'll check it out. Silicone spray. Got you. All right, guys. 3 minutes. 3 minutes. BOXD VWAP for maybe 40 cents. All right, look at Rev, guys. REV is squeezing up. It's at 816s, 820 or so. Huge run up for Rev right before the bell. We got 3 minutes until the stock market opens, 3 minutes until the market opens, and REV is ramping up. It's at 810s right now, 810s. Got a lot of small caps running. BOXD is starting to fight its way back up, too. It's at 750s. Right now, 750s. Hey, what's up, Juan? Hey, good luck, brother. WD-40 has a silicone blend. Good for a lot of things. Hey, good luck, DS. You as well, man. All right, guys. We got 2 minutes. Serious question, guys. So it's very strange. Some days when I feel like I get plenty of sleep, when I sleep for 7 hours, I don't feel that great. But if I sleep for 6, I feel better. Hey, Demetrius, we got it, brother. Please don't spam. Please don't spam, bro. Rev is at 820s right now, 820s. Here's PEV at 750s. BBIG is at 220s. Revlon up to 820s here, guys. Big moves. SPY dipping down pre-bell. Yeah, Rev, very high short float. All right, Demetrius, you posted again. I'm going to put you in timeout, brother. I sleep 6 hours. I feel better on 6 hours of sleep sometimes. I got 6 hours last night, and I feel good this morning, man. It also might be that my mother-in-law has a bed that elevates at night, so my head is elevated a little bit more, and I think that might help me sleep better. Do you dream? I dream sometimes. I'm not a big dreamer, though. The only time I remember my dreams are when I wake up in the morning, right in the middle of a very impactful dream of some sort. Hey, what's up, Safe Pop Culture? Means you are getting older? Maybe. All right, guys. Market opens soon. Good luck. Here, I got to fix something real quick before the opening bell. Real quick, I got to fix something. All right, there we go. That's better. All right. All right, guys, there's the opening bell. Right at the open, we got Revlon dipping down to $8 a share. We've got PEV up to 760s. Let's watch Revlon to see if it holds at $8. The SPY is down to 376.50s. 376.60s here. We got BBIG down to 225. Big down wick on Revlon, which might be indicative of bullish strength. If it can hold over the VWAP, it looks like it might start to push up some, and that it is. You can see this big down wick momentum here for the opening bell for Revlon. It's at 824s, 825s now for Revlon, so a big move. No, I don't snore at all. But Revlon popped up to 820s here. SPY up to 377 roughly, pulling back to 8s again now for Revlon. PEV is still ripping up here. Very small, low float stock. Some gurus have been spotted as trading it. For PEV, it's at 780s, 790s. Revlon at 815s, 820s. SPY up to 377s. Mm. 377s. So SPY looks good. We're going to pull out Top Step and start trading this. Starting the day down about $30 on Top Step. We'll see if we can come back. But the market is just flying up here. Wow. We'll look for a reversal. REV pulled back all the way to 780s, guys. 780s for REV. PEV is down to 760s again, too. All right, we're shorting the SPY. We got 2 contracts in here. 2 contracts. See if we get a flush. Cover 1. Just covered 1. Still riding the weakness down. We just covered the second one. So we just made a little bit on the market. Let's see how much we made exactly. All right, so we made about $20. Market's getting some weakness here, pulling up. BBIG is down to 221, so it's still a little bit slow. Revlon trying to push up too. SPY is bouncing back a little bit here. We're going to short into this bounce back, though. About break even here on the SPY. We might add a little bit more, too. Revlon dipping down some here. PEV is still up, though. It's at 770s. All right, we're in 2 contracts now with the SPY. A little bit early for this position. We'll let it test VWAP and see if it flushes back down some is what we want. Mostly sideways range, though, so we're not going to hold on to this one very long. Yeah, we're going to have to cover this. So we're down $50. Lost about 20 since the open, and we'll wait. We got to wait for this volatility to calm down a little bit now. It's sideways, so we got to wait for the range to break for the SPY. So over 377.40s and under 375.90s. PEV still pushing up, though. We see if Revlon can bounce here. I don't know. I mean, I think Revlon could, considering the short float and all that stuff for Revlon, I think it has a shot. But again, I think we need to look for a red to green U-shaped breakout pattern is usually what pops out these moves, and kind of what sparks these type of big volatile movements is when we get red to green breakout patterns. Hey, bud. How you doing, man? Good. My son's getting really good at catch. He's catching the ball really well. Right, man? Yep. You're doing good, bro. All right, so the SPY is sideways here. Revlon dipping down. We still kind of have a U-shaped breakout pattern. And look at PEV. PEV just broke highs. It's up to 803s, 804s. SPY is still struggling. Redbox is up to 1008, so Redbox is bouncing back some. And look at PEV here. PEV is flying. Hey, Cappy. Hey, baby. Market's starting to flush again. All right, we're scalping the SPY again here. Writing this down, so we're not even looking at this chart again. We're looking at the E-mini chart right here. There we go. Looking for a breakdown here, hopefully. It's at least going to be a break-even trade, I think. All right, so we're going to cover there. We added a little bit more in the flush. Market's very choppy and sideways here. We do have Jay Powell speaking at 10. There we go. All right, so we're only down less than $20 now, so not too shabby at this point. SIDU, ADN big moves. Yeah, look at Redbox halted on the downside, man. Crazy. So Redbox will resume. Let me see when this was halted. So Redbox will resume at 9:40. All right, SIDU starting to push back up too. Revlon bouncing a little bit as well. SPY breaking down some here. Yeah, for sure. Jack and my daughter. My daughter's a great. I'll try to get a video and show you guys. My daughter's great at catching. She can catch the ball very, very well. So my daughter's gotten really, really good at baseball and softball. Thanks to me, of course. You know, definitely top 3 best coaches in the world right now. PEV is up to 820s. SIDU is still making nice moves here. Nice movements. All right, we're kind of taking a sizable short position now on the SPY itself. I'll try to show you guys it. We're in 2 contracts. Ideally looking to target this flush. I'm looking for it to at least flush back down and test lows for the market. We're about break even here with these 2 contracts. 825s, man, for PEV. So PEV is really, really moving. Starting to get some dips here, about break even on this one. Let's see if we can flush down here. SIDU. Redbox is not halted? Is it really? It's not? Oh, Redbox isn't halted. You're right. My apologies. I thought it was. All right, we're starting to dip here. All right, we're going to cover a piece of this one. We're in with 1 contract left of the SPY. Look at Revlon start to break down under 750, which is a big level, and PEV is still pumping up some. We're going to look at BBIG. We'll come back to Revlon. Hopefully it pulls a red to green move. BBIG is there. A lot of people talking about SIDU is up to 460s. Starting to get a breakdown here in the SPY. We're trying to be patient with this. I'll add a little bit too if I want here, right here. We'll add another. We're in 2 contracts now. I'll cover a little bit too on the pullback. All right, so we just covered there. Down less than $10 now, or at least around 10. Popped back up some, so we're getting a bounce back. All right, we added a little bit more. We're in 2 contracts again. All right, guys, PEV is probably the strongest symbol right now in the market. It is really moving. It's up to 825. It's very low float stock as well. All right, we're just looking for a red move here. So we're looking for a move down. We want to see a flush. We're only down $5 here on this one. All right, we just covered a piece, almost break even on the day now. So we've rebounded from our $30 loss this morning for the most part here. We'll see if the SPY can flush lows. Redbox is down to 940s though. I don't want to hold this for too long, so we're in a position. SIDU starting to come back. Again, we still want to look at Revlon. Revlon is all the way down to 740s. Let's see if it accesses resistance at 750s. I'm going to take an ad here and just hope that the market doesn't rip up here for me for the SPY. So we're adding here, hoping that we flush back down. Either way, we're green since the opening bell, so that's good. All right, we just covered another piece here on the drop, which is what we wanted. Revlon still pushing up, man. Look at PEV fly up here, breaking highs at 850s right now for PEV, 850s. So we're getting a flush down for PEV. And we might be time to flush this one. PEV still ramping up, man. Look at that. I could add another contract too and hope that works, but I think if we start to test VWAP, I think I just need to cut it. And oof, big squeeze against me for the SPY. Yeah, like I said, if we're testing VWAP, I just need to cut it. We'll come back to this one. ADN big moves. I hear a few people talk about ADN. Redbox is just falling down here. Here's ADN. Revlon pop back up. ADN up to 330. SPY testing 377s. Market testing the top. Market mostly sideways here. I think Jay Powell has a speech, and maybe people are a little apprehensive on that. All right, market basically just flushed down. Watching Revlon, man, look at ADN fly here. Wow. Market sideways, guys, so we got to let the market consolidate a little bit. Very fake outy. All right, so we're starting to pop back up on the SPY. We're at 377s. We do have PEV dipping down to 820s here. Market is basically just purely sideways. No real range to attack here. No real range. This. Starting to rip back up. Let's see if we get a red to green move here. We do have PEV at 823s. 823s. Starting to rip. Market's starting to push up. We might be going long on this if we can. Starting to pull up. We might buy this dip on the SPY. Let's see if the dip works. All right, so we're pulling back some here. We're waiting for PEV to do something. ADN is just ramping up. Revlon is still over 750s. Just kind of waiting here. I want to scalp this move, but we got to wait for the SPY to break the range if we can. And so that's kind of what we're waiting for. Revlon is still up there. PEV is down to 815s. Let's watch $8 for PEV. It's a low float stock, but it's interesting, and I think it's still worthwhile to potentially trade it. SPY is starting to dip back down, so we're going to wait for that to range out a little bit first before we take any big positions here. And maybe we'll catch a bounce or so, but big drop on the SPY, big drop in the market. We're down about 50 bucks right now, which is okay. We're going to maybe short the market if the breakdown keeps up, you know. See if we break lows here. We still got to break this range before the market looks halfway decent, in my opinion. If we can't, then it's still pretty bad and it's just not worth it. So we got to wait for this range to break. We're approaching it now on the SPY. ADN is ripping up. What did BBIG end up doing? BBIG is still down here. Revlon is down. We've got what was the other ones we looked at today, guys? Let me know, chat. We're having a hard time watching the chat. SPY starting to break here. We might start shorting into some of these pops if we can. All right, we're waiting for this. VEDU, man, look at PEV just dump. Is this an offering dump? I mean, guys, I don't know what else to tell you guys. I mean, I always tell you guys, like, you got to watch out for gurus. And like, if you guys, I know some of these gurus that are doing this have very large followings and they post big gains. And so you truly want to believe that they're doing so legitimately without manipulating stocks. And I'm not mentioning names for anybody, but this is what happened when you have gurus that specifically target incredibly low float stocks like PEV. This is exactly what happens. All right, what happens is that they call it out to their followings. They say, hey, everybody, I'm buying PEV. They probably bought it 10, 20, 30 minutes before they made that announcement to front load. And then they call it out, hey, everybody, I'm buying PEV. And sure enough, PEV starts to really, really run. It's got less than 1 million. So everybody hears, oh, such and such is buying PEV. And so they start jumping in. But then what happens is that because the guru or whomever front loaded onto the position, they need to sell. Right. And so they're going to unload and then they're going to announce to their following, hey, everybody, I'm out of PEV. And then what happens? PEV just dumps down. It dumps down. It flushes. It gets halted. And this is the risk you got to take when you follow people like that, because a lot of them are just manipulating low floats and front loading onto them and then calling them out and then riding them up. And then the crash happens. And so y'all just have to be careful to avoid that type of crash because it's very common. And, there's a reason every time I hear of a guru trading one of these stocks, I try to bring it to everybody's attention. I never mention names, but I just tell you guys a guru is trading them because this is what you got to look out for PEV. And so this is either an offering announcement, which is possible, I guess, but it's most likely somebody just announcing to their following that they sold. But I'm looking to see if there's any news on PEV on why it made this big drop. But yeah, that's the risk, guys. I mean, that's the risk. John, you were so right. Now PEV is halted on the downside. Should have listened. Yeah, man. I mean, and listen, the only reason I know is because I've seen it enough to be able to spot these type of things because they happen a lot. Again, the biggest thing you can do is just avoid, if you see a guru trading a stock like this, just avoid it because, again, it's just too easy to manipulate. There's a reason, there's a reason that these gurus are targeting stocks that have less than 1 million in the float, right? Why do you think they're targeting these type of stocks? Because they can make the announcement that they're in it or trading it, and they can bring volatility to the stock, and then they can control it by what they announce. Hey, I'm in this stock. Hey, I'm out of this stock. That's going to make the stock run up or crash depending on when they enter or exit. And so it's just risky, guys. Y'all just be careful. I'm sorry to hear that, 337. But yeah, that's a crazy drop, sketchy drop for sure. SPY is pretty rough. We're down $77 on on Top Step. But yeah, SPY, very choppy and sideways today. No real range. Nothing really easy to make money in. We're shorting. We're down about 68 now. All right, so doesn't Jay Powell have his meeting coming up? We're looking for Jay Powell's meeting to see when they're going to do it. Isn't it in 10 minutes, guys? But yeah, there goes PEV halted. It got halted at 9:46 market time. So it's 9:50. So it'll resume in 1 minute. 1 minute. It's a 5-minute halt. Where did my link go? Oh, there it is. Yeah, no real trend to attack the SPY on. When's the Jay Powell meeting? Chat, let me check the chat. Yeah, meeting in 10 minutes. John, you called it on PEV. You speak the gospel. Hey, we tried, bro. We tried, man. Again, I mean, like I said, man, listen, it's very easy to get wrapped up in this type of thing. And I've been there, but it's very easy to. It's very easy to say, I just made a bunch of money. I'm actually green on the SPY now. I'm up $82 on the micro. And so we are up $82. Now, again, this is Top Step, so we're working on getting funded, but there's my P&L, $82. But yeah, listen, it's very easy to be right about this stuff because I see it so much. But again, a lot of people follow these gurus and they spend lots of money on these courses, right? And so whenever somebody spends that much money on something else, they have confirmation bias. They're desperate to confirm what they want to believe is true, right? And so what happens is that you get these gurus and they're out here selling thousands of courses for thousands of dollars on mostly publicly available content that you can find on YouTube for free somewhere. You can find all this stuff for free, but they're charging thousands of dollars for it. And so they're kind of, whenever you spend that much money on something, you want to believe it's real. You want to believe it's true, And so a lot of those people will get mad at me for speaking how I'm speaking. But if I can help traders avoid avoid big losses in the market, then that's the whole point of the channel, is to help traders avoid those type of losses that they're getting involved with. It's not hot. I'm okay. I got a fan. I brought a fan down, but I never had to use it because it was pretty cool this morning. So I'm okay. Thank you, though. Thank you for the coffee, by the way. All right, so we're shorting the market again. Market's starting to break down on the downside here. We're shorting small. Bunch of money. Well, I guess it's relative. But to me, $80 is good for gains today. I'm happy with my $80 in profit. Yeah, REV is resumed. The resumption happened for REV. I was going to say REV has resumed. REV has resumed. It's at 750 right now. Yeah. I'm not saying PEV isn't a good company. It's just a very new, emerging company with a very, very small float, which when a company has a small float like this, it makes it a target for people that are trying to manipulate stuff, And again, I mean, there's no guarantee who, like, what or who did this. So I'm not blaming anybody specifically for PEV, but I'm trying to teach you guys the red flags when you're watching a stock on whether you want to be invested into that stock or not. There's a certain amount of red flags that make the volatility and the risk of holding these type of positions go up dramatically. One of them is having a float less than a million. Having a float less than a million means it's easily manipulated, just easily manipulated if you have any decent following. The other one is you watch what the big time gurus are trading. Watch what they're calling out to their following. If they're calling out these super low float targets, if they say they're in these super low float stocks, then there's risk there for sure. Yeah. And a lot of people get weird with me. They'll be like, you're just hating on traders because they have more money than you. I mean, no, I'm hating on. If I was doing so, I wouldn't mention names. I hope you guys understand that. Like, if I was really hating on anybody specifically, I would, I would, I would mention their names. But I'm usually pretty quiet about who I mention in terms of stock gurus because a lot of them are scammy. And I don't even want to bring attention to the scammy ones because there's just risk. PEV back up there. Just remember, just like it gets back up there, it can get slammed down. It's back up 770s. Let's see if it gets over the volume weighted average price, which is trying to. Revlon back over sevens, but it's kind of corrected a lot, highly shorted. SPY is still at 375.40s. The J. Powell conference should start in about 6 minutes. 4 minutes, I mean. So we'll see if I can find the link here for it. Yeah, John's hating on scammers. That's what I do, bro. That's what I do, man. I'm gonna make a new account name called The Scammer Hater. BOXD. All right, so I'm trying to get the J. Powell conference in. I'm looking to see where we can find it. I see the Financial Services Committee YouTube. SPY is still pretty sideways. While we got a second, though, guys, y'all check out TopStep. TopStep funds traders and futures. And so they give you a demo. If you can hit their target on the demo while following their rules, they'll fund you between 50 up to over 100K. They are regulated, located in the U.S. They pay out millions every year. They fund thousands of traders a year. And again, it's just like buying, selling the regular market. You buy market, buy bid, sell ask, all that good stuff. And, trade just like stocks with no PDT rule, instant settlement. The only thing is that you got to figure out what you want to trade. If you want to trade the SPY, you can buy the E-mini or the micro E-mini. Basically, trade the SPY with no PDT rule, instant settlement. You can trade the same scalping strategies that I'm using here. And again, TopStep is kind of the gold standard a funded account program. They've been around the longest. They're regulated and located here in the U.S. They've been around for over a decade. They pay out millions every year. They fund thousands of traders a year. Once you're funded, you get an 80% profit split. So if you make 10K, you get $8,000 that you get to keep. They keep 2K since they're funding you that money, and it's a legitimate funded account program. And they have funding between 50 all the way up to over 100K. You can get 20% off if you use my link. I'll post this link here. Great way to help support your boy and the channel as a whole. Another way to check it out, guys, is look at the SPY. SPY finally starting to rip back up. But again, I needed to hold gains at this point in time because it's been struggling. Another way to get around the PDT rules, check out BitGet. BitGet's really dope. Again, we try not to pump anything early in the stream. We try to wait till, later on in the day before we start promoting anything. But here's Bitcoin. You could trade any of these with leverage. So again, with Bitcoin, you get up to 125 times leverage. ETH, you can get up to 100 times leverage trading ETH. Even if you wanted to trade some up and coming coins, you can see all of these here. And one thing BitGet is really good at is they have all these up and coming coins. And so you can see, they have Kava, they have ZRX, Rose, XMR. A lot of these are new, and BitGet does a really good job of adding the new ones here. You can even trade like Sand, you can trade Ape, you can trade Mana with leverage. Like if I trade Mana, they'll give me up to 50 times leverage on BitGet. And so you can get around the PDT rule in crypto as well. And I did have some other good trades. You can trade Cardano, Ethereum Classic, Chainlink, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, Matic, Doge, TRX, Shiba Inu. You know, you trade all of these with Leverage Engine. You can also copy other profitable traders. And I know copy trading, some people dislike it, but I think there's some really talented traders here as copy traders that you can copy. Again, what I recommend you're doing if you're going to look at copy traders is if you're going to look at copy traders, you need to find traders that have been around the longest. You need to find traders that have been on this platform the longest and that have shown consistent green profit the longest. You can check how long they've been here. You also want to check, I would say you want to look at some of these traders are just sitting on lots of losses, right? So they'll make these gains and some of them aren't trading huge accounts either. You can see this guy's only made $288, but he's trading and made 3,100% gains in crypto. And so you can find traders like this. Again, what you really want to do is you want to make sure you're not following somebody that doesn't cut their losses. And so you want to look at the trader and then you want to analyze this and you want to go to their orders here. And so here's over the last 30 days. This is this dude's chart. Pretty impressive. Last month, this is his chart. So that's pretty solid graph, profit graph. Again, you want to check their orders and you want to look at copy trades. And you want to make sure they're not sitting on losses. If they're not sitting on losses like this, they might make some money. And look at this dude's percentages. And you can copy them trade for trade on BitGet with leverage. You can add stop losses, all that good stuff, super easy. You can also build bots on BitGet. So you can build bot algorithmic trading. So if I go to futures trading grid, I can build AI trading. I can regularly invest in BitGet as well. And so I can just invest in BitGet. So if I want to buy Bitcoin or ETH or anything like that, or any of these altcoins, if I go to USDT and I go to Metaverse, I can see Metaverse crypto, Solana crypto, Inno crypto. And depositing is pretty simple. You can use Visa, Google Pay, Apple Pay, MasterCard, all that good stuff. And you can get some rewards as well for completing tasks. $3 coupon for KYC verification, $50 coupon for if your total futures trading volume is high, first deposit bonus up to $4,000, $50 coupon. So there's a lot of really dope stuff here. And if you want to check it out, I will post this link. And yeah, it's a great way to help support the channel. BitGet is a sponsor of our video, but super useful and pretty cheap fees as well relative to a lot of other platforms. Manina, stop complaining every time I make a sponsorship post. I appreciate you being here. They're a sponsor of this video. They're regulated and located in the U.S. Or not, they're not located in the U.S., but they're regulated for U.S. users. I withdraw money every day. It's certainly not a scam, me promoting a brokerage account. So I'd appreciate it if you would stop complaining and, you know, just kind of being weird every time I post it, you know. Anyways, if you want to check them out, I'll post this link. Great way to help support the channel. Again, they are a sponsor of our video. So great way to help support the channel. Do they give you an amount of times you have to promote that exchange a day? No, not really. They're pretty easy as a sponsor. Like I said, BitGet's pretty dope. I think people are just skeptical of crypto right now, but like BitGet pays me every day and I withdraw from them every day. So it's certainly not a scam platform. Like I withdraw from them like every single day, you know, and it's one of those things where it's like, if you're good at crypto trading, you can make money. They give you leverage. If you want to trade, they let you copy other profitable people. You can build AI, algorithmic trading in crypto. So they're a cool platform. Shouldn't copy anyone learn to fish. Yeah, well, that's a subjective thing. You know, that's a subjective thing. I'm not the best crypto trader. And so it's like copy trading makes a lot more sense for me. If I'm not the best crypto trader, I can just copy somebody else that's better than me. You know, like in stocks, I wouldn't do it. But in crypto, it's certainly an option, I think. And it just depends on your risk tolerance. SVT could run. Yeah, we'll watch it. BOXD just dumped down. The SPY is trying to hold its gains here. So the broader market is at 377s right now. And it looks pretty good. Yeah, and it's all love here. But like I said, just try to think about it. If you were sponsored by somebody and every time you posted it, somebody complained, it'd get kind of old, you know. Let's see if the SPY holds at 377. But no, I appreciate you guys, you know. But yeah. SFT. Yeah, SFT's running up. It's at 122s right now, 120s. All right, SPY is at 370. So I might buy this dip here. Let me see. So we're going to buy a small dip in the SPY here. We get 2 contracts. We're already green on the day here, so we'll see if we can roll up something. Red to green cup and handle breakout pattern here for the SPY. Yeah, thank you, VWAP. I appreciate it. Yeah, man. I mean, like I said, we keep everything free here. So we don't sell anything. We don't charge for anything. We don't claim to be experts or anything like that. And so we're going to subsidize the channel with sponsorships and affiliate advertising. And that should be a pretty understandable thing. Like I said, if everything's free and if we were posting about it if we were posting about it every 10 minutes, that would be one thing. But like we literally make 1 post about them, 1 or 2 posts about them in a 4-hour stream. And so I think it should be pretty understandable, but it is what it is. Like I said, big thing here is we just try to keep everything free. And that's part of it, is keeping everything free. I think the crypto market just scares people nowadays because of the crypto crash. All right, so we're catching the bounce here on the SPY. We're kind of going back and forth. Trying to ride the SPY bounce up here. You can see, let me shrink this. There we go. You can see small green here. Trying to ride the bullish bounce on the SPY upwards. 377.20s. All right, we covered 1 there. Riding it up. All right, so now we're back red in this one. TBLR. You can look at it. Back green in this. We'll come back. I'll update you guys how that one does. BBIG just dumps down. TBLT, I'm assuming is what you meant. TBLT just popped up some. Hey, thank you, Hammer. Yeah, thank you, Ado. And yeah, I mean, listen, I get occasional constructive criticism. That's all good. Like, it's fine. Menina's supportive for the most part. Same thing with Free My Grandma. Like, they're good. I don't even know if FMG was complaining, but y'all are good. No worries. But yeah, just understand, like, BIT gets regulated in the US for US users with KYC verification, which is kind of the universal standard. Certainly withdrawals work. It's not like it's a scammy. If it was a scammy broker, it'd be one thing, but like BIT gets not scammy. They, like I said, I process withdrawals for them every day, and they're not scammy at all. They work really well, super fast, cheap fees too. You can look at the trust score on like CoinGecko and see BIT gets ranked high too. I kicked the butt in crypto last year, then it slipped away so badly. We're ended up losing a little bit here, and we covered a piece of this. But we're down about 20 bucks there. We'll just go ahead and cut it. Let's see, we are up, or what are we up on the day? We are up about $73, which is still good. Market's very choppy and sideways, so green is good today. All right, guys, so market is dipping down again, almost completely break even. And I do think that since the Jay Powell meeting is going on right now, we're going to let the rest of the market react to this. Probably, I think we'll just let the rest of the market react to this, guys. Did I monetize my stream today? I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, we make money most months. Yeah, we're pretty green as traders. I mean, we might not make the huge gains that other gurus make, but like we're just a resourcing community. So I'm not even claiming to be super profitable. We're just a resource for traders. All right, cool. Yeah. Yeah, just a volatile day. Free my grandma, you know. Market's kind of dumping down, though. Revlon didn't do much either, though. We got SFT that's trying to run SPY. It's just dumping down on the J Powell stuff. But yeah, I'm just going to close it down, guys. I'm going to go enjoy my day. So love you all. Like I said, you want to help support the channel, check out Top Step Funds, Traders, and Futures. They give you a demo. If you can hit their target while following their rules, they'll fund you. I'll post this link here. And again, I'll post this link as well as BitGet's link. Again, you want to get around the PDT rule. Top Step is probably what you want to do if you don't have a huge account. EEV is ramping back up. Is it really? It's starting to push back up some. And with that said, I'll probably close it down. So PEV ramping up at own risk. Yeah, Tiny, have a good day. Yeah, I'm gonna go enjoy it. Like I said, I'm in Michigan. Market's basically just dead. Yeah, SPY is purely sideways. Yeah, all good. I figured you were, Rod. You're good, bro. You know. But yeah, I'm out of here, guys. Good luck. Love you all. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification roll. Yeah. Yeah, me too, Pawn. My internet's kind of struggling too. But yeah, good luck. Remember, y'all be careful. PEV is starting to wake back up some. Just, again, remember kind of the moves of these is that they announce they're selling. That causes the crash. Then it gets picked up some. A lot of the time, some of the gurus might still be holding very large positions in these stocks. And so they're not going to tell you exactly. They might say they sell at one specific time, but they really probably sold about 10 minutes before that. Because if they sell right when they announce it, they're going to get stuck in their own crash. And so what they do is they sell it 10, 15 minutes prior to them announcing it. So they'll sell it at 9 o'clock, for instance, and then announce that they're selling it at like 9:10 so that they don't get stuck in the crash that comes with their announcing that they're selling it, if that makes sense. So just be careful. Y'all have a good day. Love you all. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching, team. Again, if you want to check out BitGet, Benzinga, Top Step, links are all in the description as well. You can check them out. You can try Benzinga out, which are the scanners I'm using completely free for 2 weeks without even needing a credit card number. So check it out. Try them out for free. Great scans, best news source in the game. And yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Good day. And we'll see you guys.